Hello, I'm John. I'm going to introduce you to the rook and the bishop in this game. So if we look at the board in front of me, I have a rook placed here. Rooks can move forwards any number of squares. They can move backwards any number of squares. They can also move sideways any number of squares. That's of course as long as there's nothing in their way. For instance, if this pawn is here, this rook cannot get to here in one move. It's not allowed to jump over. To capture, let's suppose there's a bishop here, the rook can go over here and take the bishop like that. Okay, so rooks go forwards, backwards or sideways. They do not go diagonally. If they could move diagonally, they would be a queen. Okay, so let's look at the bishop next. Okay, bishops move diagonally only. This bishop can move along this diagonal any number of squares. Same over here. Or it could move backwards along the diagonal or forwards along the diagonal. Again, any number of squares. If there's, let's suppose there's a queen here. The bishop could come up here and just take her like that. To just take over the square that the piece was on. So bishops move along diagonals only. If I want to move a bishop to here, I cannot go here in one move. It will take two. I would have to move here first, and next move here. So bishops are not as powerful as rooks. A bishop is worth 3 points. A rook is worth 5 points. Okay, now a little exercise or game. It's almost like real chess. So what we do is we set up the bishops on their original squares. We do the same with the rooks, their starting squares. We put the queen on the board, then we put pawns along the front like this. Okay, and for black we do the same. We set up all the pieces we've covered so far. Pawns along the front, rooks in the corners, bishops on their starting squares. Now because bishops move diagonally, they stay on the same colour for the whole game. Now if I want to get this bishop here out, I'm going to have to move either this pawn or this pawn. In fact, at the start of the game the bigger pieces are stuck, they can't really move. So in this game, the purpose of the game is to capture everything. So if you capture everything, you win. Now this game could take quite a while, so in a class situation you may not have time to play the full game, but you can certainly play a lot. Okay, so white could start like this, black like this, and now you can start bringing out your better pieces. Something like this. Black's turn, white's turn, maybe this sort of thing. You could play the bishop out here, or move the bishop to here. It will take a little while to get the rooks out, but the purpose of the game is to capture everything. It's very like real chess. Okay, so I suggest you play maybe 1 or 2 games, and once you've done that we'll move on to the knights. So thank you for watching.